guys, we're on the Pontiac today. We have our header. That's going to be our header that goes in. I think that's going to be the final. We're running. I wasn't sure if I was going to go with those or the straights or whatever, but it looks like it's going to be the straight out. And then we did our hydro boost stuff. We made a bracket for the back. Fits the firewall pretty all right. So we're going to go hydro boost on this one. And then the steering shaft is just massive. The factory ones are massive. It's out on the bench. I'll show it to you. But so we have clearance here, but it's not much. I mean, it's not going to hit. It's not going to hit anything. I can't really get you guys on the angle, but it's got space. But the edge of this elbow, where am I? The edge of that joint is rubbing the header. So we're probably going to chamfer that a little bit with the grinder. I can keep focusing on my finger. We'll chamfer that a little bit so it's not in there, or we're going to have to bang ding ow on the header, which I don't really want to do that because it does sit, you know, kind of low, like holy fook. But anyway, that's what we're going to end up doing here. I'm going to take this out and put it on the bench, and I'll show you the joints we got. We're going to weld all this because I don't want that many set screws. Like, I'm okay with the set screw where it's supposed to be down on the spline, because when you tighten that in, it's going to mash the spline. It's going to hold it. But this one up here is just on the D, and the other one up there is on that D, and we got to do a little creative shit because I couldn't find this fitting, the one that's up there, that U-joint. It's got a weird spline on it. It's not the regular G-body one. It's different. But I'll bring you guys back when I'm on the bench. I'm going to take this whole apparatus out and we'll put it on the bench. All right, guys, I'm going to give you some useless information, okay? So this is for a G-body. This is I think it was a 36 spline by 3/4 or 30 by 3/4, whatever it was. This G-body is 3/4. And then it goes to a 1-inch D. This is a 1-inch D. All right. Can you guys even see that? All right, this is a 3/4. This is a 1-inch D. So this 3/4 joint goes to a 1-inch D. Then this goes up to 3/4-inch D, and this is your collapsible shaft. The shaft actually moves. Well, it's supposed to move. Oof, there it goes. And there's a spring in here that holds tension on this, so it doesn't just start rattling loose. So you got to keep the spring in there too. But anyway, put that back together. This is what you have at the other end on the steering column. It's a 1-inch D. So it's 1-inch D to 3/4 D. But I don't like all these different, like there's way too many set screws going on here. Let me zoom you guys out. I don't like all these set screws. There's too many set screws. So this is the G-body one, and that's different anyway. So we're not going to talk about that anymore. This is the factory Pontiac one. This is what we're doing. We're getting rid of this rag joint. And you've seen the header clearance problem we had. This thing is just so massive, it makes headers impossible. So anyway, we're getting rid of this. I mean, this one's in mint shape too. It's a shame because I don't usually, like these rag joints are usually wasted, especially in a car this old. But this car is very low mileage, even though it looks kind of rough. So this is 13/16 on 72. It's a 13/16 by 36 spline. So all the A bodies are this. They're not like the G bodies. And then this end is even weirder. It has a 42 1-inch spline. So this is what we got. Okay, so we can't buy this. Well, you can, but it's like $250. So we went on Amazon. We got our 42 spline. There it is, right? This fits. Bam. There's your steering column in. It's got 3/4-inch D, which is fine. So that's going to go right to your collapse. I'm not going to put all these set screws in here. We're going to end up putting this in there, and we're going to weld this all around. It'll still have the collapse in the middle. This is actually too long. We have to shorten. See how it's sticking out? It's actually sticking too far out because this thing is just way too long. But we're going to put this in there, and we're going to weld it all the way around. I don't want all these set screws. I'm okay with the set screw down here because it goes into a spline, and it'll probably mess the spline up when you tighten it. So it can't really just fall off. But this thing here, if it loosens up, there's no key, there's no nothing. I mean, there's nothing. And if that shaft was pushing up inside there and it rode, I don't know. Well, anyway, we're going to weld it. That's what we're doing. We're going to weld this. Now on this end, we got to do a little bit of trickery because I couldn't get, this is that 13/16 to the box, 36 spline. I could not find this in a 1-inch D. So we had to get it in a 3/4-inch D. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up taking a piece. That shaft's too long, and we're actually going to cut more off, but I'm probably going to take a piece of this shit and put it in there. Put it in the U-joint. It'll be longer than this. We'll weld it, and then that'll go in here. Then we're gonna drill some holes in the side. That'll go into that D, into that other D. I'm talking about D an awful lot. I don't know if I like that. Anyway, this will be longer. We'll weld it here. It'll slip inside there. You know what I mean? We'll probably leave it open a gap, and then we'll weld it again. And then we'll have one set screw. So it'll be welded on that end, because this set screw ain't gonna be here. It'll be welded here, and then we'll weld it here. So that'll be all welded together, and we'll have one set screw on the end, one set screw on the end, and it'll still have its, you know what I mean? It'll still have its collapse in the middle, like that. So then we'll be all set. And that's how we're gonna build it. I'll bring you guys back when I start like cutting this up and making it fit and doing all the stuff. We're gonna break this edge. We're gonna radius this because it is just barely touching the header. Or we're gonna bang ding ow on the headers. But that's kind of where I'm at right now with this. But that's our setup. That's gonna be the setup that fits that car. It's way too long. You know, I mean, we need to be this length. So we're like way too long. But that's how we're gonna do this. I think this was 26 bucks and this was 20 bucks or 20, I don't know. It was 25 bucks. I don't remember what this piece was. I think it was like 30 bucks or maybe 50 bucks. I don't know. Maybe it was 50 bucks. Yeah, so the whole thing was like 80 or 100 bucks. I don't remember. But it's still better than the 250 bucks to buy one. I mean, and I'm not crazy about having all these set screws, because now you have like 4 failure points. This is on a spline, so when you tighten it, it's going to mash the spline. It's probably not going to come off. This is on a spline. It's going to mash. It's not going to come off. And then these ones, if it's welded and welded, I'd feel a whole lot better about it. So that's what we're going to do. I'll bring you guys back when I start building it. See ya. Hey guys, we got our steering stuff done. So we got everything cut. That's not our piece. This is our piece, and there's our joints, and there's our slip, and there's the other piece. And when all this is together, it'll be the same length as from there to there. And so we're gonna fab this thing up now, and I'll bring you guys back once we start welding on some stuff. Hey guys, here's that piece we're gonna weld in there. That's where it normally goes in there. This piece is solid, so it wouldn't be so bad, you know, it's going to go in there. But we're going to weld it, and we said this over and over. We're going to say it again, I guess. But I guess if you drilled that and put a divot in it, where like that set screw went down and found like in a hole, it was in a hole that you drilled in there, I guess that would probably be all right. The problem you're going to have is when you do the set screw thing on the 1-inch end, it's hollow. So if you tighten that down and then crushed it in, it ain't really gonna hold. You could drill it and do the divot thing. Maybe it works, maybe it don't. I don't know. Anyway, I'll bring it back when we're welding on stuff. Alright guys, we're gonna throw some beads down on this shit. This is our first piece right here. We're gonna weld that little nub in there. And that's what we're gonna do. Well, we're not gonna do shit. It fell right off of there, damn it. Alright, here we go again. Let's try it again. Hey, we're not making a ground. We got a ground. We got a good ground. Alright. Just a little touch up on this end. Good enough. We're going to flip this bad Larry over. And do the same thing on this side. Hopefully that's still in frame. Is that still in frame? You guys can still see. All right. Well, all right. I can't see, but because I'm a blind welder. There we go. All right, guys, that's going to be pretty good. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. We got a good tack there. We got a good tack there. We're all set. Okay, let me grab this with my gloves. Then we're going to slide it into that piece. Oh, look at that. Look at what I did, guys. I put a little nub on there. There's a little nub right there. See it? I gotta go grab that little nub off of there. See that nub? It's stopping it from sliding on. Let me go get rid of that, and I'll bring it right back. All right, guys, we're gonna weld up the rest of this thing. We are ready to go. And we have to grind it, we'll grind it. What's going on with my grounds here, man? Grounds don't want to be grounded. It wants to move all over the place. What's up with that? Then we're going to turn it. And we're going to turn it. This thing does not want to turn. It's all up, lopsided shape. That's why. It's all lopsided shape. Here we go. Nope. There we go. Yep. And we're going to turn it. Yes, sir. And we're going to turn it one more time. The thing stinks. It's smoky and it stinks. Smoky and it stinks. And there we go. Solid. I think we did okay on welding. For a blind welder, I think we did A-okay. How do we look? Huh? Yeah, that's right. Look at that. Heck yeah. And that'll come out and we'll throw that away. Maybe I'll weld in them holes, maybe I won't. I don't know. But that thing's good to go. All right, we're going to weld this other end now. Well, here we go, guys. And we're going to turn it. Try to hold it like right, yeah, right there for now. And then we'll turn it again. And we'll turn it one more time. One more time, guys. One more time. That. Sometimes my welder wire just doesn't want to go. It just kind of like pinches in the torch and it won't come out. And then it melts it to the tip. Yeah, buddy. There it is. All welded. Smoking. There we go. We got a steering shaft. Let me zoom you out so you can see it. We'll let that stupid thing cool off. Let me grab you guys off of there and we'll look at it. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? There we go. Huh? 250 bucks or whatever. Not here. Look at that. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Happy with that one. That thing's going to cool off. We're going to put it in the car. Alright guys, we're going to assemble that thing. We just got to put a little boot on here. And this is a double D shaft. Not just a D. Double D. Double D. Alright. Then this sucker's going to go right in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it. Oh, I guess I am. Alright. Well, maybe not. Because I got to bang it. I got to ram her in there. Ooh, that's still a little bit warmy, toasty. It's a little toasty on that end. Okay, so then we have our joint. There we go. There's our situation. Right there. There is our new. Look at that thing. There's our rag joint. I'm gonna go put it on, and then I'll bring you guys back and show you how awesome it is. All right, guys. Well, there it is. There is our steering shaft, right there. Welded in nice. Fits on the box. Fits on the column. Right up there. Looks good. Looks good. And pause you guys for a minute and throw that header back on. There it is. Look at that. It's in there. And man, we are tight, tight, tight on that header right there, you guys. There is, can I show you space? I don't know if I can show you space. There is, maybe a 1/16 of an inch down in there. I can't show you. But man, it is tight. I think I'm gonna have to take that bevel, this bevel right here, and take it back a little bit further. That needs to be beveled back just a little bit more. I mean, there is a gap there. I can't get you guys at the right angle to see it. But there is a tiny gap in there. But it is tight. It's not rubbing. It's definitely not rubbing. Like, it ain't rubbing. Look at that little spacey space in there. Man, that's tight. Yeah, we're gonna grind that back just a little bit more, so we can have a little bit more. And hell yeah, man. That worked out pretty all right. I'm happy with that. So there's your A-body steering shaft. There it is, right there. All done. Works good. I don't know if our wheel is straight. Is our wheel straight? Wheel is here. I mean, it probably needs an alignment anyway, but kind of straight. Pretty straight. Not bad. All right, guys. Like, share, subscribe. And here we are with our turbo stuff. All right, guys. See ya.